blast. It threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulchre, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
What?
Hello.
What?
This one's gonna suck.
I am. That's not what that's not the energy I need going
sorry.
into the
Dump it.
show.
Well, dump it.
Dump
Hey,
it.
you got a heck of an energy.
Here, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I'm also a Memphis Hereward Run, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm your internet friend, Jerford K. Crims. And I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends, including but not limited to my right, Dragonborn Narcissist and Arblet Sin. To the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dawn Grass Cook.
Right here. Right here. I need some energy, folks. No more barfing birds.
I'm on. I'm up.
There has to be like
I'm
a
here.
little flutter of the wing, like.
This is good audio.
Well, here, just hold on. Just put your
I got a
bird.
little something for the
My
podcast.
bird's gone.
No,
your bird in the air.
bring the bird back. Use that. This is like an absorption dish, like the deflector dish.
Sure.
Like on the Enterprise, you can do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, her bird is just absorbing energy. It's absorbing our avian energy.
Yeah, please get the sign out.
Oh.
Thank you.
To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except actually in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie Beestinger.
Ready?
Yes.
God bless.
Oh no.
It goes up.
Oh, jeez.
It goes up.
This one's easy.
This is
Exactly. Now, to the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu Stroud. Everybody has some.
No, sorry. Close it up.
You can't.
Don't go in there.
You can't commit. You can't commit to it. Now, gathered friends, I'm so pleased to be with you. We are going to get into some S. We're going to get into all the S. The first thing that I should mention is that last Wednesday, was it 6 natural 20s?
I don't like to brag.
5 or
but
6.
I
Yeah.
don't. I feel like it was,
Everybody got one.
Yeah,
I contributed.
Somebody got, I think, 4. One of
I
us
feel
did.
like
I can't remember
6.
who it was.
I mean, I feel like 6 is the number of the beast.
It is.
So, I mean, that obviously is very appropriate for Dungeons and Dragons play.
Did we unlock anything?
Yes, indeed, you unlocked something for the entire channel, which is a 10% off coupon code if you go to store.penny-arcade.com and use the code BWOMP.
What?
And you may not know how BWOMP is spelled. Let's make sure. It's BWOMP. That is a 10% off code, and it is only good until midnight PST
Can you
tonight.
use it on pre-ordering the Acq Inc book?
You can use it for anything you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I don't
a
know
heck of a
what-
steal.
So
Got a heck of an energy.
can do, and then can get free pin.
Free pin.
Can it
Consider.
be used on my merchandise?
No, it's only Penny Arcade stuff. Pretty sure.
Thank God.
It's all on our store.
Womp, womp, womp.
But you could also get this. You could also pre-order this delight, which is the Acquisitions Incorporated DM screen.
And does that damn screen have original content on the inside?
I was just gonna say, within its intestinal walls, it's this damp cathedral.
Better.
It's full. It's full of stuff.
I wish I had an
Give me
ass.
some. Give me some. Give me a little taste of that. What do you got for me?
Roll on a random table.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, here, actually, I could. Here, I can.
Give me the
use some-
joke. Give me the setup.
Here, I'm gonna roll the
punchline,
D10.
then the
D10.
prestige.
Here, bullshit fantasy sports.
Okay.
What are we playing?
We're gonna play pin the arrow on the arrow. All right.
It's good.
I'm just saying.
Good game.
No, the whole thing is full of absolutely
I'll
useless
take 2.
information. Marvelous. Use your 10% off coupon.
I would love to.
Save big. So as we begin the show, I am going to activate the cauldron. Of course, I know that many of you know this because certainly it's been a good quarter for Acquisitions Incorporated, to be sure. We are partnering with Idle Champions, as you know. The very first cauldron of every show is going to sort of be pre-filled. I know, exactly. I knew that you would enjoy it. Preemptively filled.
Okay.
With enthusiasm from the week's labors as you accomplish Omen's Quest and Idle's Champions.
Just.
Bits go in. I'm trying to communicate valid information.
Being
You're talking about
quiet.
jizz. I get it.
That's not true. So this is going to be a great conversation. So next time we talk to Codename Entertainment about our Idle Champions integration, we say, so do you feel like, and this it'll be a choose your own, it'll be a multiple choice. But it's like, do you feel like we associated your brand with semen too much?
No.
Or
No.
not enough.
Yeah. It's not. No, not with semen. This is the pre.
Oh my god.
You got there. Hey,
Hero.
I'm just saying what you said. I'm not the villain here.
Look, I'm just going to push the button. Yeah, thank you so much for doing my quest. Obviously, take a look.
What do we do?
Yeah.
Oh, 69. Way past.
80% extra.
A little something for the effort.
I was just going to say, there's the pre there at the end. Now,
It would be the post then, wouldn't it?
who knows?
Work.
I don't know how it works. There's a lot about the body that remains a mystery. In any case, you know that you can vote for good fortune or bad fortune on the first tip. This time it looks like it was 55% for good fortune. I mean, you're almost there.
You cowards. Vote bad fortune.
Vote bad
You're
fortune.
almost
No,
there. Yeah,
Name us.
give me the tools that I need
Love me.
to annihilate
Step on us.
these
Mother me
friends.
kisses.
Of course, my quest for next week is to push forward with Evelyn, complete 200 areas with Evelyn in the front column before formation. Consider it. I think we're very close to actually just filling the cauldron at the very beginning, which would be really cool.
Who else are you going to have in the front of your formation? Nieli? No.
No.
Evelyn is a must-have for your form.
It's because you're like down the rabbit hole in this shit now, right? Like,
Yes. We'll save it for table talk, but I'm very much into it. I did all of Omen's Quests.
all I'm saying is when I... Is that how it works? All right, now, when last we saw our heroes,
Yes.
things had arrived at what I would like to describe as a state of well and truly fuckedness. You may recall that the secret weapon of the Beestinger clan, the Cosmic Inverse, the kind of malevolent MacGuffin, they're resting in the very center of the flagship of the Beestinger fleet, was revealed to the party and indeed to Rosie Beestinger's long-lost sister, Sorrel Tomnook. Upon leaving the secret chamber that it held, they found out very quickly that the vast majority of the Beestinger fleet had been destroyed by vessels that appeared up until then to be members of the very same fleet. Red lanterns were hung on what we're calling the boat nose. Maybe the foredeck?
Nope. It's boat nose.
I was just going to say, no, but didn't you just write
Yeah.
Ghost of Salt Marsh? Like, you know all the boat stuff, right?
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
Boat
That's how we
nose?
know. It's boat nose.
Okay, it's boat nose. These lanterns are attached to every vessel that went on to attack their fellows there in the bleak space that surrounds the knot. There's some placement issues. We should certainly make sure that everybody knows where everybody is. On the deck of one of these ships that has this red lantern attached at the fore, there is Wolf Nut
Yes.
prowling,
Oh!
snarling, Scythe, one of the daughters of Malith, in the driver's seat, arrows ready to go. Dinar Blitzen on the same deck. The very last thing that you committed to the official public record, as I recall, was a holy burst of potatoes
Yes, a potato shield.
in space.
Yes.
Now,
It's a show you can watch for free.
I was just gonna say, but Kathris,
Yes.
you were flinging yourself through space. Is that correct?
Not unlike
No,
a
no.
coward.
I went into my knife.
It's in his knife.
Oh, that's
Dad's
right.
knife.
No, you seized, but you
This is
had,
a dad knife.
but you had grabbed the inverse.
With my non-gem body
Indeed,
parts.
indeed. But you had brought it with you into the knife.
In the knife, and also with
My dad.
your dad.
Exactly.
the dad
Admiral
ball.
Erebus Beestinger is in there with you. Sorrel Tomnook, her people are designed, or at any rate have planned profusely for negative impacts of interplanetary travel. Her garb itself has a capacity to travel in this kind of space. And she is even now sailing out toward one of her little carapace ships in the hopes that she can find it. As you may recall, Coriander is now mostly just the sort of bow, the forward portion. The rest of it is by and large gone.
Yeah.
Is there
And
a horse floating around anywhere?
there is not, I'll get to it. Trust me, I have the same thoughts, same fantasies.
All right.
But right now, Daughters of Maleth are clinging to that chunk that remains, and are have basically gathered as many of them together as possible near that piece. But Rosie, the game ended when you were about to flex on them.
Yeah.
So why don't you flex on them, and then I'll tip us a cauldron.
Okay. So
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. You stabbed your dad to get him into the knife.
I did.
Yes.
So you have the knife.
yeah, I have the
You
knife.
are in possession of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got the dad knife.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah, and I have tucked that onto my
Hey, Rosie, what do you got there? A knife.
So I believe at some point during last session I said, "Is space not dim light?"
Oh, you were trying to get shadowy on it.
Yeah.
I see.
And you were like, I don't know about
Well,
that.
space in general, perhaps not, but what was once the Beestinger flotilla is more than held within shadow,
Okay.
because it's mostly chunks
Okay.
of things flying around in space. The shadows would be painless.
Where are you, Wolfnut?
The space between.
Yeah.
Space between. God damn it! Don't you even.
I did it.
She did it.
I'm on one of the spinneret decks with Scythe and
Dinar.
Dinar.
And are you guys engaged in combat? I can't.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to use Shadow Step, which allows me to teleport within 60 feet from place of dim light to a place of dim light.
I love it, and you can do that once per turn.
I think it just costs a key point.
Perfect.
So I'm just willing to blue. If we were in combat, I think it would be.
It would be
like
a different
an
situation.
action. Yeah.
But this is basically just something you're using as part of your toolkit.
That's how I'm spinning my tail.
No, I love it.
Okay. So then, however many key points it would take me to, with my knife, bounce between chunk to chunk and try to get to wherever you guys are.
Love it.
Well, you could get to these friends pretty easily.
Okay.
That would only take a couple quick jumps.
All right. So then I'd bamf like Nightcrawler.
Yeah, exactly.
Pop, pop, pop.
That's awesome.
And so essentially, they are contending with a few scattered foes on the deck. A couple more of fulminated, if you'll endure it.
I will.
From
once.
from below decks. But I think it would be really cool if you just materialized like behind the mast.
Yeah.
Like any shadow here, now you're just there behind this group that imagines they're protecting the deeper parts of this ship.
Nice. Pop. That's where I'm at.
I love it. So why don't we get initiative
Plop, plop.
just for the three of us? You go and roll two, just because it'll let me do the math for the rest of
Sure,
this.
sure, sure.
Hey,
I got 6.
a 0.
Nice.
A tasty 9.
I'll use that. Okay, what else we got?
I'm a 12.
Okay.
Wow.
I was gonna say.
Ready for action.
For once.
Because you're relaxed in the night.
Yeah.
So
Talking to your dad.
Nice.
It's knife.
It's a knife time.
It's a knife time. I don't like that.
okay.
Into
Cthulhu Straub. You are
Resting.
firmly sequestered within the knife. Everything is precisely as you've left it. This is much more your speed. This is the optimal way to spend an afternoon, maybe even a great way to just ride out this battle.
Wow. Yeah.
Great times.
I guess.
Maybe the answers are in here.
Yeah, maybe. I like to think so. Are my speaking of answers I seek inside of here, are the corpses I got from that other desert team still in here?
Yeah, there is.
In my pile?
This is just storage now.
Stinking up the place.
It's yet another hordes person bag.
Oh yeah.
Make the
Although
whole world a
they,
horse person.
Yeah.
but they have been arranged in a way that you did not,
Oh.
and each of them has a simple sheet over them.
What? Yeah. That's very upsetting to me. I leave things in nice piles where I understand them. I don't know this. I don't get this. It's not my system.
It is someone's system, and it's possible that they find it preferable.
If I'm there with the admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is just like, he just has his hands. He's touching everything one time, very quickly, just to make sure it's there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking at the bodies, and I, say, within earshot of him, will say, "Oh no! Who moved my bodies? This is not how I left these corpses. You have to understand.
I'm so sorry.
He
Place to mess.
I can't take them anywhere."
he as you say these things, and they seem reasonable, but the sound, the ideas are correct. You feel confident that the ideas that you're putting across are wholesome
Yeah.
and sensible. But as you are communicating them to your new guest, he says, "Mr. Draub,
Yes.
are you quite all right?" And when you say yes, it comes out something like, "Ugh." And
For the sign
you-
of AST.
hit the ground
What?
like a, let's see.
Ground
What's-
hitter.
No,
Sack of potatoes.
no,
Come on.
no.
It's a potato. Just say it.
No, it's worse than
Say
that.
the word.
It's worse than that. Like a overripe fruit. And you are just, you audibly slap against the ground surface.
Do I feel like my body has given way?
Yeah, so you are,
Like I've
yes,
shattered
you
or
feel as though
broken
the internal structure of your body, like, this is your thought. This seems to me like Cthulhu's thought.
Well, let me preface that with this. My thought, as I said, yes, I'm fine, but it doesn't come out
Yeah.
right, was to awaken mind as I'm falling. Yes, I'm fine.
So you have flopped down alongside these bodies that you have left in here, and if they were still in a tidy pile you had left, they might have granted you some kind of a support. But as you fill in, as it stands now, you've been inconvenienced by this ghostly interlocutor.
This is why you always pile your bodies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shake my head. Does it come off?
No, you feel flat and thin against the cool wood.
Like I feel more of, like when I've laid down on objects before,
Yeah.
a certain amount of my body's making contact with that surface. Now I'm noticing way more than I'm used to.
There's just a shudder is passing through you. Where your left arm was is gone. It's just like an empty sleeve.
Oh God.
Did it have to do with coming into the knife? Do I believe that?
Did it eat the bones?
Did it eat the bone? Are there bones left?
Who ate the bones?
There are bones.
Oh,
There's a structure here.
Am I oriented such that I can see my own person? Can I use my other hand to
Your
roll on my
your
back?
right hand can move as a snail or fast slug might.
Hey.
Oh no, that's not fast enough for me. What's the Admiral doing?
He is kneeling down over you without any idea. This is somewhat beyond his ken, you believe. He like tries to like slide the strap of the horseperson's bag off, and part of you is being brought with it. And he says, Mr. Draub, speak to me as you did. Is there something in this bag that can help? A bone, perhaps?
I awaken.
Do you have a spare bone?
I awaken mind to him, and
There's definitely a spare bones.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
there are bones to be had. Even in this place, there are 3 whole sets.
We found bones in a hopeless place.
love it.
There are if I don't know what good a bone is going to do, but there's 3 full sets that have been sorted to some degree over here.
So as he pulls the bag away, and like out from under you, you can just sort of feel it sliding against your robes. Like the only physical part of your structure that is here at all is that of the delicious and ancient king that makes up the central part of your torso. That is the only rigid part left.
Oh, I see.
Is that
I see.
the only rigid part?
Plus or minus, give or take some margin of error.
So he pulls the bag off and throws it in the corner. And as soon as you can hear it flop against the opposite wall, you can start to feel a change occurring within. You can feel structures growing and filling out your body, and you can feel the scratch and scrape of your left arm, first flowing like a liquid and then becoming something like a structure. And whatever this is, it is painful in general terms, but who knows how Cthulhu interprets something like that. Essentially, your skeleton is being remade in real time inside your body.
Who's doing? Do I know that? Is this a magic or a practice I've ever encountered before?
But I mean, you're welcome to ponder that laying on the ground.
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
You turned into a puddle that one time when you drank that drink.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
see?
true, but I
It's-
had bones still. Well, that's not going to do me much. What are we looking at here? A history?
It's Arcana.
11. Oh, yeah, it's still going to be 11. Nothing.
Yeah, it's not it's not amazing. But right now, we will say that there's a lot of stimuli between you and a solid answer. Next up is bad guys.
No.
So on the on the deck,
I'm with Walnut on this one.
you're literally and figuratively with Walnut on this one.
No.
So they begin to descend on you, taking up a pattern, sort of semicircle pattern in front of you, all taking swipes at both you and Scythe. Each of them has a short sword and a longer sword. and this is the first time they've ever seen them. Apparently, they just got them as a gift. It was one of them does get a slash off on Scythe's left thigh.
No. You know what? That's a character building scar, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I'll allow it.
I'm gonna let that one happen.
So they are now bracing for the counterattack.
Okay.
You know what? Here in the bad guy section, I will put Scythe just so you don't have to manage it on your turn.
Great.
After this happens, after the cut, she'll grab and knock an arrow, and as she pulls it back, she whispers the blade words at full draw.
Oh, hell yeah. And she makes an attack with advantage.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's much better.
See, you'd be a great DM.
That's much better. Ooh, oh, meh.
Spicy meatball.
The arrow goes clean through the target,
Yes.
dragging with it entangling sprouts and vines, and he is pulled bodily off the deck just by the unlikely mass of this arrow.
Fantastic.
All right, so I will just cross his HP out, and that's going to be easy for me because the number was very close to the margin, and it would have been very hard to decrement his hit points.
Well, then there we go.
You know what? People helping people.
People helping people.
Take it away, Nat.
How many are left on this?
You've got 4 in front of you,
That,
and they're looking confident.
that sucks.
I mean, having seen their handiwork, you can imagine why they might feel this way.
So I'm going to jump at the nearest one, and I get advantage on that bite because of pack tactics. So let's try it.
Advantage is great.
Advantage is great. That's a 12. Ooh.
Much better.
And that is a 18.
Nice. So you snap. You snap that jaw down.
I will do the hit real quick, but please do a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh, because they basically get yanked on their ass,
They
right?
get knocked prone.
Yeah. No. They fail.
Okay, great. So they're and I knock them down, and I'm on them, and then I do a little bite on them. For a tasty 7 points.
Yum. I like it, and he's just like on his back trying to scoot himself away off the deck.
Great.
But you got that grip.
I have
get
his
that
head
grip.
in my jaws.
Rosie Beestinger,
Yeah.
fire away.
All right, how many bad boys?
You have 4 in front of you, and you are currently behind them.
And they're all halflings?
They are indeed.
Okay. So if I'm behind them,
Is that your favorite enemy?
seems like halflings are my
Just gonna
favorite.
ask that. That's so weird.
I'm not a ranger, so
Okay.
maybe try to learn how to play the fucking game, Jerry.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I heard some rumors about 6E. So. Anybody can have favorite enemies.
So I feel like this is sort of a surprise round, so maybe I should.
no. I am indeed offering you exactly that.
All right, wonderful. I'm going to borrow your D20. Is that okay?
Sure. Are you actually have used it.
No, you know what? Actually,
Use another D20.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Here,
use
I'm
mine
gonna
over
take
here.
mine all the way out.
yeah, you know what? Just throw it over there.
Remove
anywhere
it
near
completely.
Mail it. Put it in somewhere.
Dumpster.
So I'm going to do
Antarctic.
all 4 attacks, two staff attacks, 2 unarmed strikes, and I'm going to try to con save or to stun each time. And so it's 1 attack per bad boy.
Jesus.
All right, here we
You
go.
can get advantage on the one that's knocked prone, right?
I got advantage on all of them.
I was gonna say,
right,
she's got advantage on everything.
Yeah, she's got nothing but advantage.
Run this game. All right, so that's going to be a 20. That will be a 16. That is a 25. And that one, both
Wow.
3s. That's a 10.
Okay, the 10 is no good.
Okay. Then the rest of them need to do, I believe, a DC 14 con save.
Okay. The 2 in the middle fail.
Okay. So those boys are stunned. And so I got 2 staff strikes and 1 unarmed strike.
One little punchy.
1 little punchy. So it's 12 on the first boy, 12 on the second boy, and 8 on the third boy. And 2 of them are stunned, so everybody gets advantage on those.
Yay.
Yay! Rosie's here! Rosie did it! Yay! It's Rosie time! Thanks, guys.
Didn't need our help.
Thanks, everybody.
No, you're doing a great job. Here, in this mystic space, I'm going to tip the cauldron, if you would be so kind.
Oh.
Cauldron?
Oh, good. I want to know what that potato shield does.
Wait,
Now we
what's
know.
a cauldron?
Exactly. So, Walnut, the wolf portion of your consciousness is absolutely dedicated to the chewing of heads.
Yes.
But there is a tiny sliver of Walnut in there, still conscious of the daughters of Malith,
Yes.
conscious of her wife,
Yeah.
conscious of everything that these men are standing in the way of.
Yes.
And in a frozen moment, up off of this deck, you can catch a glimpse of Brahma atop the remains of Coriander's vessel.
Okay.
And as she is looking down at all the daughters who have gathered together and are basically holding onto each other like in chains, trying to reach out and gather more to her. Her body becomes rigid, and for a moment she loses her grip from the bow, from the remainder of that gleaming bow portion. But even if she loses the grip, she stays fixed in space. And starting as 2 small black circles that erupt into jet black onyx antlers,
Oh, shit.
a canny observer of the night sky would recognize the constellation at play.
Oh.
And they would gaze in wonder and amazement as great arms, cosmic in scale and purpose, gather her children together and place them on the bow. Thank you.
That was awesome. You know what? I take it back. Vote good fortune.
That's good for the cauldron. I don't know if there's a button that turns it off. I'd be happy to make some techno sounds. Prince splits in. Let's talk about it.
So that was going to be my question, but what was the status of everyone else? I think Denara was more protection-minded than combat-minded.
Well, exactly, but his, obviously, divine sense is something he can actively focus.
Yeah.
But as someone attuned into these sort of things, it's relatively clear at this point that you've borne witness to a miracle of some kind.
Yeah. So if everyone's kind of been gathered, then I was gonna say Dinar would like try to protect everyone, but if there's no one left to gather and corral, then turn attention to the last remaining baddie. There's one baddie left.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, right now we actually have there's 2 stunned.
Oh.
But there are 4 targets still even here on the deck.
Oh, I thought they were
even here. But there are also, crisscrossing in something like
applesauce.
yeah, indeed. Baby caress me. The ships with these red lanterns are continuing. They are crisscrossing through this debris, continuing to, tamp down the rest of the flotilla.
I got it, Ryan.
Thank you.
I got that one.
I will. In the midst of who was hurt? Scythe was hurt, right? Scythe took damage?
Yeah, Scythe got chewed. Yeah.
Okay. I will do when in doubt, Spirit Guardians.
Yes.
Oh, just
send 'em
shred the
out.
deck.
I'm gonna have my little baby
'cause they're
reindeers
stunned.
and they're gonna be just having a great old time out here in
Yeah, they're
zero
gonna-
G. Just
They're gonna cavort.
yeah, yeah. They're just like twirling through space. So I will cast that. So
I just imagine them perfectly stiff,
Yeah.
like this,
Oh no!
and then
that's
going.
exact, no, it'd be like the goat video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and then they'll do 3d8 radiant damage to anyone 15 feet around me. I'll do that in
In that zone, yeah,
zone
exactly.
around
And
me.
these are relatively like these small craft. That's
Everyone.
most of the deck.
That's the world.
Yeah.
And then sidle up next to Wolfnut and Scythe, and because I cast Aura of Vitality when we were running out, I still have that running. So I can, as a bonus action, heal anyone 2d6.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll give her. I saw that she was hurt, so I'll give her a little,
Sweet.
It was the thought that counts because I gave her 3, but
It's the same as like not healing,
Yeah.
I guess, but that's fine. That's cool.
yeah,
Wow, no bonus. Just
just straight up 2d6 as a bonus action, but yeah. So I'll just give her a condescending head pat.
A divine head pat.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Casting these, instantiating these spells feels a lot like work.
No thanks.
Yeah, it's no thank you. It feels like when you were first learning to channel it. I need a perception roll from you.
Ooh, well, perception ain't great. Yeah, except in this one instance, 18.
You can, you get the sense you've experienced it enough times in measured increments to know that as these ships pass, these lantern ships, each time they are near, you can feel your divine connection to Vars Malus suppressed. And there is a lantern like this on the bow of this ship.
Oh. Okay. So putting that together, I would. Are we able to talk here in space?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It isn't like regular space.
I would. I guess since Walnut's closest to me, because I would ask. Do you feel that you have divine connection too? These lanterns are suppressing my connection to Vars Malus.
Do I feel suppressed at all?
You don't feel drawn or pushed down.
I am shaking this guy's head, and I look at you for a second, and I just go like, huh, and then go back to shaking him like a wet rag.
Yeah.
Gonna break his neck.
Yeah. I'm like panting like I'd been running.
Yeah. Yeah, you get out there and you flex on multiple
Yeah.
spells, bonus action.
Yeah.
No. These the whatever these lanterns cast out. It reminds you of when you were near that spar of crystal that had been fired that the ship had originally had to evade.
Okay.
There's that sense of a drawing out.
Well, I already had my turn. I was going to say I can't swing on this lantern, can I?
Not right now.
Can I?
But next time you can.
All right. Okay.
Mr. Trout, you now have something like a skeleton.
Yeah, what do I look
Something
at?
skeleton adjacent.
All right.
Yeah.
enough.
Close enough.
Get back at that knife. Let's get to work.
Exactly. But the hand itself, whereas before it was sort of like a replacement of the hand that you had originally, this has much finer features, much sharper tips to the fingers, where the fingers bend, like where the joints would be. Tiny spurs come back.
Is it still this gem material?
It is.
But it's just refined.
It has been replaced when it's now fresh.
So
Do you like molt?
It's not like a low poly version.
Yeah.
It's like what the model's supposed to be.
YouTube Raider.
The level of detail.
YouTube Raider.
Exactly. But even now, just from the pox in your skin, they're beginning to refill with the shards and gems that you recall.
God.
Body horror.
Yeah, the first thing I thought was that, the Sangolith is taking back what belongs to it. It's completely abandoned me. But now that this stuff is coming back, I'm wondering why it retreated in the first place. And it didn't happen the second we entered the knife. It's just after a little bit of time. Well, first thing I would do is get the cosmic inverse, get this object away from me, because I would assume it has something to do with it. I put it on the desk.
That's fair.
Which is nearby.
Okay, so you set it, and you basically set it and keep it away, and
Forget it.
You set it and forget it. It's Ron Popeil's cosmic inverse. But in truth, your father was adept at working with materials that are inimical to life, and there's tools on here. For me, he kept Nilayan in something like this for protection for. A substantial period of time.
Oh, that's true.
You may have tools even here in his robust kit that would allow you to store it safely.
What does the Admiral know? I ask him, I'm not going to try my voice yet.
Why don't you go ahead and describe, it's terror, but describe for me what it looks like as you rise to your feet with the new skeleton and the new face. Something like a mask that is hanging off of a sculpture.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think that Cthulhu likes to imagine that he can, that pain is just of the body and ignore it. But I think that amount of pain would be, like, he wouldn't be able to think for a while. And now,
or not think about anything else. Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, but not like the thoughts he enjoys.
Yeah.
But he would stand up, and as the pain is now receding, and he's getting acclimated to this. Once there was enough sense, I look at the Admiral, and I restore Mask of Many Faces, and put on too placid of an expression. And say, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry you had to see that.
He returns to, as is so often the case in the sorts of hierarchies he has found success in, he falls immediately back on training. The bag is left over here. As soon as you become something that resembles an ally, he is there instantly as a source of support.
I'm going to ask him, why did you take the bag off of me? Did you see something?
He said it was heavy. It was pushing on you. I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry.
No.
Did I do something wrong?
No. This did something wrong. The Sangolith did something wrong.
He says, the adversary.
Yes.
He says, is it possible that he is tired of your status? Are you like his teenage son?
If I were it, I would be very tired of me. But then why is this back now? Why is this a refined form? Unless, and now I'm going to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I say, unless I am being honed to be a better weapon for its purposes.
Cthulhu's Job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My suffering. All because of a dumb bet between the Sangolith and Lysander. He's good, but how good is he? I want to ask because I still assume it was the cosmic inverse that may have had something to do with it.
So you have placed this now on that desk.
Yeah.
and perhaps contained it in one of these,
Yeah, I was-
arcane cloches.
Let's say I contain it in that same type of bell jar that kept the seed, and I'll ask with what you know of this, what is the best way to contain this thing so that it does not destroy me until it can be delivered?
He says, I think you may have to keep your distance from it. And he says, is it speaking to you?
I have not noticed that. No.
Does it speak to you?
The inverse?
The adversary?
Not for some time. Unless this is a form of communication. It might well be at this point. Perhaps it is
I
done
don't even
with
like my own
words.
story. That's how yucky I think it is.
What grammar is this? What does this represent? And then I begin to chart.
So many notes to
Subject,
take.
predicate.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. But Mike, I am concerned with outside though. I feel like it's more pressing than who moved these bodies.
He says, it doesn't seem like it's safe for you to be full of this. And he places his hand. It's like a hover hand sort of situation, but over the crystal. And he can't bring himself even to comfort you. He can't bring himself to
draw it back
to
up.
touch it.
That's appreciated, but not necessary.
He says, do you have to have this? He says, must you take power from it? If it is granting you the power, is it not toward its purpose?
At this point,
Why have you never made this choice before?
that's a good question, DM. I didn't think it was open to me. If I were to reject it now, I don't know what is left of me. I don't know if there's enough that would to be self-sustaining. I would love to have my old parts back. I don't know if it works that way.
He says, this isn't the hour. He said, we need to find a place of safety and regroup. And perhaps when we have retrieved as much of the flotilla as we can, with these tome nooks, such as they are, he refuses to spit.
Among these books, I'm
Yeah,
glad he held back.
He's thinking about PR now.
Now I realize something. I say, I agree with you. That's our best course of action right now. And now I'm realizing that maybe this knife, if something is going on in here with these bodies being arranged, I don't remember doing it. I don't remember sending anyone in here to do it. If something's going on, maybe this isn't the best storage place for the ultimate weapon against our adversary. Maybe let's remove it from here. Are you able to conduct it? Can you
He says,
manage it?
I carried it first.
It is yours once more.
He says, may I? And he goes over and he grabs the Acquisitions Incorporated brand Hordes Person's Bag book coming out June 18th.
And Cathris looks at it and he's amazed at the quality. And it's so thick, dense with content.
What's that pin on there?
The ultimate value.
Yeah,
this?
looks like maybe a pre-order bonus?
Whoa.
It sparkles even more brightly than my own gems.
He cinches it like as small as it will go. And it appears to make some gentle adjustments to its own ratios
New horse person, y'all.
to accommodate
Nice.
to accommodate him.
Nice.
And he takes the inverse with the bell jar and puts the whole thing in there
Okay.
and cinches the top. And he says, I don't think I like it in the knife.
You had a bad first go of it. I understand.
All right, bad guys on the deck. There is only one of them. Two of them are stunned.
They're all shredded. They're all.
Oh, they're hosed.
That's
oh,
shredding.
yeah, exactly. Do you want to do the 3d8? Just because it's fun to roll that many d8s?
Sure. Well,
Just want to roll.
we just apply to all of them. So okay.
Oh yeah, it's way easier just to roll one set.
Plus 8,
Nice.
18.
Oh
Straight
God.
over here.
Okay.
They're all little reindeers.
But Walnut is correct. They definitely have to be reindeer that are confused
Yeah.
about how many G's there are. The legs are long. The necks are stiff. Sometimes they just sort of like twist and turn on an axis.
Yep.
But what happens is a horror show, to be sure. There are pieces, plural, striking the deck, bouncing out off. Two of them are shredded outright. One of them is just like a there's not much left of one, but all that you have left is just the head and collarbone.
You hear bone crunching between my teeth.
It's loose now. It's loose. The cap came off.
Good. Love it.
But yeah, this well, you acquitted yourself quite well. He's able to make a half-hearted slash at you, Walnut, for 4 points. One of the four here. There are two left. One is stunned, and one is stunned, but not like in game terms. Just taking a lot of information in and wondering about some of the choices.
Okay, so there's one that still has some spice to it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
And
Just get rid of that head. Yeah.
yeah, I spit it at him.
Swallow.
Ow, the whole head. Do you know what a wolf sounds like choking? Okay, so there's one that still is wanting to fight us because there's, every part of me wants to just go and like get the rest of the daughters of Maleth, but I'm hoping that when we commandeer the ship,
Jump
we
up
can
there.
do that. So I want to
Yeah.
get that going as fast as possible. So let me go after the stunned one, and I get advantage, and hopefully it's good.
Oh!
Yay!
Very good.
19's
24.
quite good.
And then some dice. 9 plus, what is it? 3? Yeah, so just 12 points.
Yeah, well, just 12 is pretty good. That takes him to -10.
Oh, -10. He's done.
Yeah, so
he's not
I was just going
prone.
to say, so he's, yeah, exactly. He's also not prone. Yeah.
So this one,
Mega death.
she jumps at and just bites the arm clean off
Ugh.
as she's jumping. And I just imagine he just swallows it. And that she starts gnawing on it like a bone, like going at it like a dog.
Worrying it.
And I just imagine he's just like the image of a wolf eating his own arm as he like slowly bleeds out.
It gives him a heart attack.
Dude, nice. My ticker.
Listen, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the heart visible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Scythe just dismounts, kicks him over, draws an arrow, and then points it at the door that goes beneath decks.
Okay.
Let's see, Rosie.
And there's no more
no,
creatures above.
I'm
above.
sorry to say, Miss Beestinger, there are no more worlds to conquer, at least on the deck. You can, I'll tell you this much for free. You can see like a red cord between Dinar Blitzen and the lantern that is hung at the at
This
the
is with
four.
my eye patch down.
Oh, you can see it
Okay.
naked.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like it isn't like a beam. It isn't like just a connection. It's freighted and heavy. It's like it is like swelling as time passes, and sort of like hanging and drooping between the two.
Dinar, do you look like ravaged? I know you're feeling it. What are you looking like right now?
Casting the spells was a struggle. I think, panting, bent over, like
Okay.
when you run a
Which
race.
I don't think I've ever seen you do,
Yeah,
right?
No, he'd
Okay.
be hiding it if he could.
Right, okay.
And he looks like 50, so.
Yeah, so
All
it's a
right.
sad sack.
The whole thing is bad.
Yeah.
So it goes like this. Rosie you have obliterated the last of these
Yeah.
spinnerets, and so Rosie she reaches over to your wound because she feels terrible that she took you to this weird situation in space away from the natural world, and one of her fellow halflings from space caused pain, and so Rosie's just like, oh no.
And now it's up to her.
about
And it's only 4 points of damage, but it's still like, no, my sweet. And so as she's reaching beyond, she spots this cord, and like, I'm getting too old for this shit, kind of a Dinar over there. And
it's like you're healing her for 4 points. Dinar's dead.
no, I can't heal. It's really just Rosie being
emotional.
like,
Yeah.
oh. But I see this, and then I start toward it, and I say, Walnut, and I point to this cord to see if you can see it too.
Can I see it?
You can, with ease.
All right.
It's almost like it almost looks like a vein or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I head toward you, Dinar. Can Dinar see it?
He's looking away from it.
Okay. So I will point out, I think we're still in initiative order. Potentially there are enemies everywhere, but I'm going to use my whole turn to go to you with beckoning Walnut and like approach this cord and maybe touch it with the end of my staff.
It swings in space. Like it's clearly mystical in nature.
Yeah.
But it is a conduit, like whatever it is a conduit for is substantial.
Does Dinar feel anything when I touch it?
He doesn't feel anything when you touch it.
Okay.
But he is definitely feeling things.
Okay.
You are feeling it. And not just your age.
Yeah. Well, with the perception roll last time, he knows
has a
it's the
sense. He has a
lanterns.
sense of what it is.
Yeah, and he said as much to Walnut. I think when he's like the lanterns are doing something, and Walnut didn't.
But it's like
Didn't react.
It's like tired, right? It's like
Yeah, and it's like okay, it's just me. He would just he's still a dumb baby, so he would just try to break the lantern. He would just swing on the lantern. This is hurting me, and then he would swing on it. So swing on that lantern.
yeah, absolutely. Swing with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Well, that's a 1.
You can take Battle for Luck. Reroll that one, but you still have to take a disadvantage. So
Okay.
roll 2 more times.
Okay.
6. 6, 9. I get.
Did you get a plus to that 6?
Yeah. Is this just my
Attack
normal
roll.
attack roll?
It is.
Then yeah, I get like plus 12. Where's my plus 9
That's great. So you're
15.
So it's 15.
on a stationary lantern
Oh yeah, but it's definitely more than that.
and reindeer.
Yeah, reindeer. Obviously, the reindeer bonus, well enunciated.
Yeah, we know all about
in
it.
the game screen. I'll just direct myself to that info. No, so you shear off the side of the lantern, and the energy that is coming from Dinar to it begins to burst out, but in discrete cords. Toward other ships with red lanterns.
Oh. You can see this now? Can Dinar see this
Oh
happening?
yeah, he can see it, and it is leaping out like light speed.
Okay.
Like it's instantaneous. Taking this, apportioning it,
Right.
and casting it out to 4 other vessels. There is a just like gently sort of floating through the phlogiston, if you will.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
You got one.
There is a sack, like a heavy leather pouch, if you will.
Pendulous.
Yeah, plump. Just like floating through space that sort of like catches the edge of the ship, and then dumps its contents across the deck. There are 5 fishing nets.
Oh.
Okay. I go, yay.
You can get the cords.
So wait, are these cords not going to other lanterns?
Yeah, they are actually firing away out
Yeah.
in arcs, snaking away. But these 4 or these other vessels that are sailing around are catching their portion of this mystic energy.
I don't want to be farmed for energy.
You can be a fighter. Won't that be cool?
Isn't everyone technically a fighter in D&D?
A combatant.
We're all different levels of fighter.
Well,
It's the weirdest class to me.
in 4E, we were all wizards.
We're all,
I mean, that's-
yeah. When we're all fighting at some point in this game.
5 for fighting. Someone.
Yeah. So the lantern that I broke, did it stop or was it still sucking a little bit?
Yeah. Basically, like that has dimmed whatever it was getting out of you. You think that process was about finished?
Well, my instinct, despite the nets, would not be to capture these lanterns. It would be to break all the lanterns.
Right.
And I would say, Rosie, help me break these lanterns.
Absolutely.
I would be dropped down to my knees. Miss Rosie, I don't feel so good. And then I will disappear.
So I think I would if you asked me for help in this, I'd be
Yeah.
like, sure thing, and I'd start wailing on these cords that are coming out of you.
Yeah.
Like I have your knife, so I don't have a slashing weapon, but I would just be fucking going at them.
Oh, what does that do with this? Oh, okay. If you're not hacking at it, if you're hacking at it with a knife,
Yeah.
it's like inside. It's like cords. They're just showing up in the study.
No, but I think I'm beating on them because you are clearly in agony of some kind.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
drained at the very
Yeah,
least.
you're being drained of something. So I start attacking the cords.
It's true, but the balance of that energy, like the connection between him and this lantern, that lantern is broken.
Right.
Now that power has been apportioned out to other vessels.
I'm not saying it's logical.
Yeah.
I'm just saying my friend is in agony, and so
Yeah.
and it appears to
You want to do
these
something?
cords-
You want to do something chiropractic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's maybe a little reactionary, but I don't see another option right now. So yeah, all of these other cords that are clearly stretching to other vehicles, Rosie's hacking at them,
Yeah.
and she's probably also trying to get Walnut to get those slashing jaws into this action.
When
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, if we're acting out of turn, I'm happy to do something.
Yeah. It's not turn.
Well, yeah, we need ranged attacks.
So I would come out of this wolf form, and this is like a mystical thing that I'm.
Definitely.
So I would cast my highest level of dispel magic at the source, and just see if that does anything.
The source being him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dispel all magic that he has.
All the magic that Zanor has.
All this
Saying,
stuff
forever.
breaks
How does that
apart.
work? Yeah.
Absolutely. So there's like a save, right?
Let's see. Yes. So it has to do a DC 14 save.
Okay. It do.
It's safe?
It's safe.
The lantern saved?
If anything, it's better.
Oh, man.
The dinar saved. So you cast this and there's
I
no
cast that
effect.
and nothing happens, and I have no idea what to do. And I look at Dinar, who looks all haggard, and I look at you, and I'm just like embarrassed that did nothing. And I take Foremother out, and I see you bashing on it, and I just start hacking away at them.
Yes.
How far away are these other lanterns?
Well, the other lanterns, like I say, they're sort of there's something like strafing patterns. Like these boats are just like skimming through this wreckage.
Yeah. Are they actively
Yeah, they're gonna
targeting me, or is this just like a
Well-
passive thing that they're like enjoying?
It's that you don't see anyone guiding the lanterns themselves. This
Okay.
is just something that. This is just some inherency of the lantern. There was no one controlling it when it happened to you originally.
They just found the
They just-
strongest,
well-
most powerful person, and they were like, This is an energy source.
We want
God
that.
drain.
This is this is everything.
Wow. Wow. Stop the show. I want to get off.
I don't have good. Well, I've got ranged attacks. We have the nets. I also have,
I don't have range attacks either, but I think because there's coming out of that knife.
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah, come on out.
Yeah, how do I? So where's the knife on you?
It's in my belt.
What happens when I exit the knife? Am I now in your
You like
belt?
to know.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
yeah, exactly.
Tucked in.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But like just along the rest with the rest of her stuff.
right.
No,
Another
you will materialize with your feet on the ground. Your father was smart.
Oh, he did a good job.
Yeah.
Do I
He made
smell
that knife.
anything different about him?
You're walnut right
oh,
now.
hey,
right?
nice skeleton.
Yeah, I know, but she's like
You're just like, get through it.
Touch the smells.
savage. she's like this like primal beast.
Dirty
Look at his face.
So relaxed.
Hey,
Amy Falcone bullshit.
hey, new bones? You get new bones?
Whoa, whoa.
No, new bone.
Yeah,
She ate part of him. I don't know. Maybe she's
That's
got like a
true.
second
Hey,
sense
man.
of
No.
stuff that happens to him.
nice bones.
No,
Thank you.
he smells like a member of the pack you would leave behind.
Oh. Oh. I'm like
Sickly.
hacking at this and I just give him a look like,
Yeah.
I got new bones. Okay.
That new bone smell.
do you say you have new bones?
I'll say. No, I start to explain. There in the study, what is this? What is
Here,
that?
I'm being drained.
Jack,
I want to. Oh,
if you be so kind.
We call Josh Jack now.
It is Jack.
I know. It's a little joke.
So,
James.
oh no.
so you, a couple seconds after getting a sense of how the lanterns function and like what the next step is, two friends are trying to help you over here. A couple moments later, and you can just feel you're just flat against the cool deck.
It's too strong.
What?
There is no communion of any kind between Prince Denarblitz and Vars Malus.
Oh no.
Whoa.
It is, you are like naked of faith. And there is just a kind of like whisper that you can hear just sort of rasping against the planks of the deck. And it says, "Oh yes. Yes, I think you will do very nicely."
Oh, shit.
You're next, son.
Thank you.
What the F?
Could now be a good time to maybe break dramatically? Because I got pee so bad. I know it's really early.
You
I
gotta
gotta take the Wiz Palace.
the pee-pee palace?
Yeah, I can do it right now.
Look at her.
though.
She's
It's-
sweating.
Well, no, I don't want you to leak.
I got. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Top off.
Listen,
I didn't know,
no,
like an early break.
Kate,
Do
an
we do that?
early break.
Yeah.
Kate,
Yeah.
for real, like you're in pain.
Oh, I got pee so bad.
Okay, Shadow Council, Mayor Lavers Pleaser, one of your servants, perhaps the best of your servants, Rosie Beestinger,
Definitely.
has to potty real bad.
Potty so bad.
So we're gonna let her drain,
Tell.
and then when she come back, then we'll have a super extended, hour and 10-minute block here at the
right.
back. We're gonna pack a lot of game in there. All right, that's your voice. See.
Thank you, Jerry.
They're feeling the love, but don't show the beverages.
Yeah.
All that's gonna
No,
do is
do
make
the
it
piss
come out
emoji,
fast.
guys.
Oh, no, not the drinks.
God.
Not the drinks.
Piss emoji.
No, not the piss
Here.
emojis.
Thank you so much, Shadow Council. We'll be right back.
So glad the piss is gone.
Hello. I'm Jeffrey K. Horkrams, and this is Tessie Teams. Now, fully drained and ready to commit to the next chapter
Yeah.
of the C Teams.
You look lighter.
Thank
You look
you.
like reborn.
You're glowing.
Juiced emoji.
Juice.
The juice was loose, y'all.
And then just a capital no. But so that is the scenario. So you're doing much better.
Oh, yes, thank
Everything
you.
is great.
Yeah.
We can play as much D&D as we want now.
Within an hour.
Within an hour. Obviously, there's some fixed data.
Dinar was losing his religion.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to.
I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly.
As you said.
Absolutely not dead. But the connection to Vars Malus that is functionally speaking sort of a mark of office in Jannar is absolutely gone. And what has replaced it feels no less powerful. But it is not the god of your youth.
So
It feels like again. So your divine sense is honed by this time. That's canonical. We've established that. The first few times you even used it, your ability to sense divine forces is functionally speaking stunning for you. You know, when someone else might have a different reaction to it. This is like if you had to conceptualize it. You are metaphysically standing in front of a weapon. Imagine a weapon rack.
He's going deep.
okay.
Right?
Three
Is it
levels deep.
what kind of? Is it like a dark weapon?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. It's up to you, like how you would choose it. Which of these you would use, but what's available to you in this is absolutely different from what you had available to you before.
So, Dinar as a paladin of Vars Malus, that was such a defining part of his clan and his culture and everything. And it was, as a devotee, it's a choice.
Cultural.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to go from choosing this and then losing it and then having another power
It's just being offered.
forced
Exactly.
in its place, essentially,
That is exactly what it feels like, and also literally what it is.
then he would be very, very upset. He would go from confused to upset very quickly, and just start, I don't know, pawing at himself. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be
No, it
very
makes sense.
weird. Yeah,
Just
just get it out of me.
What do
Is he
we?
younger? Is there any reason to be like, yeah, okay, I can go more with this?
Let's see
Still
where
old.
this goes.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I think he would start freaking out. He would just
Yeah.
absolutely start freaking out.
What do we see? Are the cords gone?
Yeah, the cords are the cord that goes from him to this lantern. It's already
What about the other four?
damaged. Those cords basically extended out to other lanterns
Right.
and completed a circuit. Those cords are no longer attached to this lantern at all.
So I feel very accomplished.
What do we?
Job well done.
Do we sense anything different about him, divinity-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, or behavior-wise. I
Do
don't.
I feel it?
Yeah.
What do,
He was grabbing himself.
Yeah. You can't. That's not something you can tell by looking, and then trying to assess it would require a specific religious practice to determine that a person's
pray.
belief,
So-
a person's belief attached to a divinity, like that. That's not automatic. But for your part, Cthulhu,
His nature.
no. For your part, Cthulhu, you know.
Jeez, relax.
Weird.
It dropped with that force. I did not give it force.
For the podcast,
it came
Chris
down.
angrily threw the die.
Had a head.
They are
seeing his
very.
friend in this much pain.
They are very, very heavy. I would love to put these in a sling.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's murder.
I think you could. I think that you could hurt somebody with it. No, you know exactly what it is. I mean, you know exactly what has been lost, and you know exactly what is on the table.
So,
And then Cthulhu says, what does he say?
Oh no, you tell me.
the spirit guardians were up. Do they
Yeah.
still look the same?
No,
What do they look like?
they look like triangles. Imagine like the shape of a
Triangle.
very simple snowflake type shape, where it's like a triangle where the ends are also smaller triangles, and they are just whirling through this middle space.
Are they amethyst?
They are.
I think he would be this is all very jarring, and he's not good with words. Should have sent a poet. And so he's just kind of like rolling around, freaking out, maybe saying something to the degree of like, I've lost it, this is wrong. But then you see that what were once happy, glittering reindeer are now creepy.
We are well acquainted with this visual.
This baby.
This baby, yes, but and, like laying on the ground, rolling
Yeah.
around, like, ugh.
What is it, Tuesday already?
But the little chunks of amethyst. And so, like, as soon as we turn around, I'm like, yeah, we did it. Severed those cords. And then we see him rolling like a Ninja Turtle on his back. And then we see the amethysts. Rosie, I back away and I look at you. And I ask, what did you do?
You say no.
What did you do?
I'm not doing this. It's the adversary is claiming a new champion, perhaps.
What?
One is not enough. Dinar.
Yeah, I get to my feet, just angry. I don't like looking at something to lash out at, because this is not what he wants. So he's mad. I guess he's still focused on these boats. In his mind, these boats were doing it.
Sure.
It's the boats.
It's the boats. It was
hates
those.
these
It was the
boats.
lanterns.
Boats.
He saw the lanterns. So that's where his mind goes.
Cathris is the only one who could explain it to him.
So, like, in a rage, he's going to go after these lanterns. He wants to get back what he had. So I jump off, and I go towards one of these boats
I love
in
it.
a frenzy.
Okay.
An imperceivable frenzy.
Oh my gosh.
Just of confusion and anger.
All right. See what I can do. Because I might join you.
Yeah, I think I'd go after him.
You can shadow step. I found out in my equipment I have a ring of jumping.
That's right.
Ring of something, too. Right?
I got a cool ring.
I forgot about my
It's
rings.
from the giant
No, that's
melons
right.
or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got a ring of, like, warmth.
I got a ringworm. I got a cream.
I got
one.
I got a tapeworm.
Oh.
So I stay so thin.
Plus one ringworm.
Yeah, I got a ring of warmth, yeah.
Wow.
Ring of warmth.
Yeah.
So I mean, I will adjudicate anything that you want to do. You have access to a vessel.
Oh yeah.
You are literally atop a vessel right now.
It's an intact vessel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so we could just take this vessel.
Yeah, maybe we should
Instead of
steer it
jumping.
toward. So you could have just ridden on that vessel with us,
doesn't-
but
he's
he's
not
not
mad.
rational.
That's not
Yeah.
right. That's a rational move.
First of all, get rid of this.
Yeah.
First things first.
This is causing the problems.
I assume this helm works the way a helm does. Is
Yeah,
that
you
something
have. I mean, it's
I could pilot.
well.
this?
I mean, basically, it's like the difference between like power steering and like physically having to like manipulate and drag this thing.
Is
but
it
you're
nicer than
you're still
coriander, or is it
no.
Kia?
No, coriander is a whole other level.
All right.
Can I look below deck real quick and just make sure there's no stowaways?
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll go down. It'll be like a really cool fantasy cop show starring Walnut Dawngrass and Scythe, daughter of Maleth.
Yes.
As like
Doors and corners.
as like the young cop, like the too hot-headed, but like the mentor is like
But a lot
even
to
more
prove.
hot-headed.
Yes.
Even more to prove.
Even more to prove. They both have something to prove.
One up at each other. No, I got more to prove.
No, me. The two of you burst through the door, head down. Everybody who was on this vessel has already come up to the top.
Oh. And there's nothing interesting down there?
There's a couple small like makeshift birds. You don't think that these vessels were meant for long-term
Oh.
travel?
Okay. There's no, like, heavy-duty fishing gear in here or anything like that?
Yeah. What do you tell me? Tell me what sorts of things you're looking for, and we can
Like a
see if you want it.
space harpoon?
A space harpoon?
To kill Dinar.
Gotta get him back somehow.
I don't know.
Well, here.
Just swimming through space.
We never have to wonder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can use your DM screen to adjudicate.
It's never been easier.
Use the random number table.
Let's see.
Oh, I know exactly what table you're gonna use.
Yeah, exotic polearm table. Dave Geezarm.
Wow.
Wow.
Dave.
Dave Geezarm?
Wow.
This DM screen.
I'm telling you, it's not great, and I know that. But so you're looking for something long and spear-like
Yes.
in the base of this thing, attached to a rope,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Yep. Let's see. I mean, that's the sort of thing you would see anyway, just to rescue, or it wouldn't be super crazy to have.
That
something
would be
down
like
your
a
neck.
gaff, but yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, a lot of people rescue people with spears.
It's a cafe.
Oh boy.
Only in Paris.
I would take a gaff.
Yeah. You have a gaff.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
What's a gaff?
Gaff is a big pole with a hook on the end,
Like a
so we can
jump.
use it to grab the other boat and pull ourselves into it.
Or take people off stage when they're not funny.
Or take people off stage when they're not funny. Like me right now with this gaff fit.
Dude, this is that's meta as hell. Like only on the C team.
They're gonna make an animated gaff out of that.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Dude, it's like
I'm
when,
not
she,
gonna-
You just
when she's not weighed down by potty, she's so free.
She's alive.
Here, so it's like so you can it's
word jail.
it's obviously a pain,
Yeah.
but you're able to navigate and wind this thing around and then bring it up through the door and then up onto the deck.
All right, I'm on deck with this like really long gap that extends, and I don't know if I'm gonna hook onto Dinar or if I'm gonna hook onto the next boat, but I'm waiting to see what shakes out.
Incredible.
Okay, so describe the process for me, Donar. Obviously, he's maddened with grief, but how is he? So, what are you going to use? How are you going to maximize these big boy jumps?
Anime as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just leapt off in that direction, and trying to bounce or use momentum to hit other debris and use that as his way towards what he perceives to be what
I'm into it. This is
what took his powers away.
his special powers. Yeah, this
or
is
his connection to Vars Malus.
we are
He's
very.
screaming, "Give it back!"
This is awesome. So this is purely in the realm of athletics.
Well, he got that.
Maybe you want to take advantage on that.
Yeah,
Do I have any sort of
he may want to take advantage.
bonus from my new god?
Might as well take advantage of
I was
all I
just gonna say,
got.
yeah, exactly. We're
these
shopping.
boys
Here, Jack, could I get the power supply thing for this Lorp Torp? Like I say,
Kate broke it.
Yep.
yeah, she did what she. Now
I'm
it's
in
completely
trouble.
You
destroyed.
peed on it. You're in trouble now.
He said I could.
I will. I'll take advantage just to make sure I don't
I
drift
will-
off into space.
As soon as I have power, I will
Well, we'll
take
just
the advantage from you.
Yeah.
honor
anyway,
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good thing.
Oh, 69 again.
69. Nice. Will I win?
You get 15.
What did I have? A 9? 17.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely. So, where do you tell me where your journey starts? Like, what do you jump off of from this boat?
Well, we were on a partial part of the larger boat, right?
Oh, we have a complete boat.
Remains of it.
Okay. You have a clump
Okay.
boat
but,
experience.
after fighting that lantern and having all that happen,
Yeah.
and flailing around, he just struggles to the railing, sees the ships that he was targeting a moment ago,
Yeah.
and just leaps off into madness.
Exactly. Just finds one.
And it's pure luck that he is able to actually land on other floating debris and get his way there, because he was not even thinking that.
It's not
far
even a
ahead.
plan. He just saw a boat. and he's
Wasn't a
like,
plan
"Ugh."
at all. No, it was just like, there's the bad guy over there. Like
love it.
trying to get to another island. And it's like, well, maybe I'll swim. I don't know. He just angrily just drifts out to sea.
Swimming through space.
Yeah.
Like a dog.
But
It's the paddle. Like you're just doing your best.
but like enraged.
Exactly. Here, I love it. Here, so give me one more. So we're gonna say that you found something like a interstellar lily pad that you'll use from here. Your next jump will put you in the path of one of these vehicles.
Yeah. And these deformed mocking imposters of his guardians are just still around him. He can't unsummon them, and they're just making him angry.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just seeing him, it just feels gross and weird, and he's just getting more creeped out and more angry by the minute. 16. Forgot to take advantage, but I'm fine.
16 is enough.
Haha.
So you find your way to just like a portion of the front of a boat that has been sundered out here, and you've jumped in, and you've just sort of like held on to the inside of it as it slowly turns, revealing Dinar Blitzen inside. You leap out from there down onto the deck of another ship as it is flying through the wreckage, and the three halflings on the deck are terrified to see you.
Normally, he would be trying to help and protect them, but in this instance, he just does not care about them at all.
He doesn't have a good god in him anymore either.
No. So he doesn't like just punch them on the way through or anything, but he just like ignores them and just
and just goes right for the lantern. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
All right.
And so these snowflakes, just sort of like lazily spinning and twisting in the air, seem to always scrupulously avoid the lantern as they sail around it.
How do you attack it? You just gestured with your bare hands. Cool.
He picks it up. I want to grab it.
You just take the lantern and just pull it off of the...
and just start in a confused rage. Just start shaking it and look inside of it. Just, where did it go?
Where's the bars?
Yeah, where is it? Give it back. What do I see? What happens?
Oh, there
he is.
Yeah. Oh, it's him. Just reach in.
Pull him out of the lantern.
Ding! Vars Malus is done. Just reach inside.
Good to go.
Get a hot Vars Malus.
Easy bake.
No. You look... the lantern has a piece of... It has a chunk of crystal inside it that is just sort of like spinning on its end axis.
Okay. Is it reacting anyway to me shaking it and violently jostling it?
No. Inside it's placid. Inside the lantern.
So, jostling it and breaking it doesn't work. I'm gonna throw it on the ground. I spike it on the ground.
Absolutely. Just give me athletics check just so that I can assess the damage.
15.
So you take it and you throw it on the ground, and it like basically like catches it and bounces, cracks the corner, and then a tiny vein of that energy flows from it to your chest. But the lantern itself is continuing to sort of float away, but that tether is still there.
So of the energy being, do I feel like I'm getting it back?
Yeah, exactly.
Or?
So this is what it is doing is it's beginning to tamp down the
races.
No, sing this song.
Yeah.
I'll say it every time.
It is beginning to suppress
races.
No.
It's different.
Yeah. Watch out. So it is essentially the constant whispered offers and images that are just present ever since the lanterns have taken these pieces. They are becoming thinner and less real, but it's a constant stream. It's like there's an MLM quality to it.
But so in cracking this, do I feel like I'm getting what was lost back? Or is it just exasperating the process?
I mean, before you had an infinite amount.
Yeah. And now I have none. Now it's replaced with, my purple Kool-Aid was replaced with red Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
Am I getting purple Kool-Aid back?
Bizarro Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Essentially, what it's softening this this other force.
Okay. But this is giving me something I want. Then I step on the lantern. Is it on the ground? I threw it on the ground.
It bounced, cracked off of the deck,
and started floating away.
started floating away.
How far away?
Right now, it's maybe about 10 feet off of the left bow, but it's like connected to you by this tether.
Yeah. Can I pull on the
Yeah,
tether
you
to
can.
pull it back?
Yeah.
Then I pull on the tether to pull it back. Then I grab it.
It's clear that the halflings on the deck don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, that was going to be my next move. Was to ask them what was going on.
Is this the deck? Is this one of the red lantern ships?
It is.
Are they not pleased at their new champion? Are they not excited?
Yeah.
I think if he was into it, it would be a different story.
I don't know. Then maybe this is what it looks like.
Yeah. I want to hold the lantern. I want to pull it back in and hold it with his left hand.
Just like tuck it.
Smack. No. Hold it on the deck of the ship.
Big
but
step
like
on you energy.
as it's like on this. No. Hold it down with one hand. Bring the other hand with the sword, and then while looking at the halflings, saying like, "What did you do? What? I don't want this," and then smash it.
So as your brother's sword comes down through the lantern, directly into the planks of the deck, a single bronze wing unfurls like a mainsail off of your right shoulder.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Okay. And
That's not
how's
bad.
that feel? Good.
Yes.
Good.
You like it.
I say that's the stuff.
I say, healed. I take it now.
Yeah.
I'm
I
done.
say, give me more of that.
Other three other boats are sailing close, and these halflings are jumping off of their boat onto the other boats.
Okay. Where are you three? You following me?
Yeah, we've turned this ship.
Around?
We're sailing.
Was someone naughty?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're going home. But we
Just
have,
leaving me there.
He's fine.
I want to like grab the gaff and grab one of the halflings that was jumping through the air and just like fling him off in his face.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, yeah, just give me that attack roll.
Okay.
I'll try gaff.
Never mind.
So you poke and
Poking
prod,
real hard.
but he knows. He knows what you're trying to do.
Sure.
He goes, now.
When I see that,
Go on, get.
get out of here. Get. You shut your butts. I go. When I see Walnut going after the halflings, I go. It's not them. The lanterns. Get the lanterns. I just scream.
Oh, that we can do.
Yeah.
The lanterns.
Okay. Where's the nearest lantern?
So you are flying near his ship. These other halflings have jumped out. Like they are. It would be very, very easy to get from here to one of the other three boats.
Okay.
Oh, let's all take a boat.
Sure, let's split the fucking party.
Let's do it.
Classic.
All
right.
can handle a whole boat full of halflings.
Yeah.
Look at him.
No, this
Yeah, look at
this
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 guy.
is going to be an awesome set of scenes. I can't even wait.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, let's for real do it.
All right. So I will then pull up alongside one of that Red Lantern boats and to drop one of the kids off at the pool.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I jump off immediately.
Okay.
Right. Sai follows instantly.
Okay. And then I start pulling around to the next Red Lantern boat.
Yeah,
Back by
what are
5.
what are these other halflings are like? Are they jumped on?
Yeah.
And are they just like scrambling to get their rigging set up? so
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
leave?
And leave.
Okay. Yeah, if you're taking us past another one,
Yep, this is for you.
I will. Yeah, I'll absolutely jump off.
So you jump off, and there's a few as you jump off. Describe what that looks like. I mean, I know how I would like it because I'm a fanboy, but
He's a Cathris fan. Can you sign something for him?
Probably just step off there and just go on there. And other day.
One foot in front of the other.
classic walking.
I'm sure you've seen it. It's what you've seen it online. I mean,
I think though, like
You got to play the hits.
early on, that's what they came to see. No, early on, I would have been like, or I was, I saw this change happening, and I'm like, is the Sangolith like consolidating power? Is he choosing another person? How do I reject this? And is this the right move? But now that
Was I not good enough?
well, not even, just like, well, like if it leaves me, then do I just collapse? And I'm like, let's have some decorum. But at seeing you rage, and now everybody is upset, I just yield to that. Like I'm furious. This is not what any of us wanted. And how dare it take more than one?
it's greedy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say that I pitch off, like,
Just like straight off.
Yeah.
Plank.
Mid-air
That with
plank.
like the cloak of stars, and it's like all black
yeah.
on the inside, so he just looks like you just see
billowing.
his face and his hands. He's like the shadow against the night.
I've got like this Doctor Strange imagery of like the cloak. It's space and D&D,
I mean,
so it's billowing.
one hesitates, to dip into that hoary old well. But as you do this, as you just like take your position and then just descend onto it, there's a few like heavy footfalls.
Yeah.
And Erebus Beastinger jumps off of the boat after you to take on all comers. He has held the bag tight, and he has his own silver short sword with him, and he's holding it, in a very defensive, slightly baroque.
I dispel the mask of many faces.
Oh my god!
If these halflings are on the deck and I'm visible to them, and I will shout at them, "Are you not pleased, adherents of the Sangolith, of the adversary? Are you not satisfied by this? Your champion has come."
Oh, they hit. No. You don't know halfling. Give me a perception roll.
Me?
Yeah.
So it just comes off as
20.
Yeah.
Not
Whoa.
that 20.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
You hear they begin to shout almost in tones, like almost in a singing, chanting way. You hear them say the herald.
Oh.
And they hit the deck, like their faces hit the deck.
Nice.
Oh my god.
This is not what he likes.
So
Very good.
remind me what a tentacular spectacular costs.
Yeah, with the
charged.
system, I think you can afford it.
Yeah, is it 4? All right, yeah. I see them drop and I go, so sarcastic. I'm so furious at this sad weakness, this lack of forethought. Oh, praise its name. Tentacular, spectacular. I want to kill them. I want the shards to emerge through them and impale them.
So you hear, as you summon that energy, and you on Toral,
Yeah.
you have a sense of where it's coming from. It's coming from there, outside. Out here, it's much more intimate. And then as you pull on that energy to bring it into being, there's a resistance, and then it gives too easily. And it says, so be it. And a amethyst rod erupts from Admiral Erebus Beastinger and shoots from him 3 ways, piercing all of them at once.
Whoops. Oh, you done goofed on this one.
Admiral Erebus Beastinger falls forward or attempts to, but the rigidity of the crystal keeps him from collapsing. And he is sort of weakly slapping the edge of his silver short sword against the bottom of the crystal.
Oh my God, Rosie! I see all this. I take it. Is this true? I see this.
This is real. This is absolutely real.
And I howl in rage and agony, and I abandon the helm of the ship to run to where Erebus is lying.
Okay, so the ship is sort of tilting slightly. The aft section has sort of connected with the fore section of this ship, and it's an easy, effortless jump. This is still sort of twisting in space, but slowly.
Okay. So I run over to him. I have eyes for nothing, none of the horror on this ship except for my dad with these crystals coming out of him, and I assume he's just like he can't even collapse all the way.
No. He's just being held up by it.
Right. Okay. I run and I take his face in my hands and see if there's any life there.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. See.
Yeah.
Does he look terrible? Does he look sad?
This is not good.
Okay. Dinar, where are you? You're on a different ship, aren't you?
Am I done with that other lantern?
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
I gotten everything I need out
You
of it?
have.
Then it's been tossed aside and he's looking out
onto the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's where you guys are on the second one, or I don't know the orientation of these boats.
It's okay. I'll help you.
Draw a picture.
So imagine that the ship that you are on is in the center. That's been the focus of the scene so far.
Yeah.
There is a boat to the left that Cthulhu has just annihilated. Our own ship, stolen, is to the left of that. So imagine that they are in a ring of three.
Okay.
There is a ship to the right of here and a ship behind the other ship. So if it was a text adventure, you could go north or go east.
I'm on one of them too, right? Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Whichever one Walnut isn't on, then whichever one doesn't have one of us on it.
Yeah, Walnut's is, let's say that Walnut has the one in the back that she would have connected to back here
Then
from
he
the
would
jump.
Toss his lantern down. Be mildly aware of this, but very self-absorbed with having to get his god back at the moment.
I think so.
Yeah, some of it. And so it's like so you're traveling to that next
So yeah,
boat.
what I'm like 1/4 good god, 3/4 bad god at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but as you, this wing has opinions. And so as you move over to the next boat over to the right.
So wait, the wing emerged and didn't go away?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is there and it is massive.
Oh.
As you stepped over, that wing just brushes that middle boat aside.
Okay.
Like a leaf. It just brushes it away and it is now pushed down through the rest of this structure. And it's beginning to like almost sink in space.
I want to see that emotional scene between Rosie and her dad.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
But it depended. The healing was going to be a factor.
Yeah. Healing. Never mind.
That's why I was looking for Dinar. So
Yeah.
I think I cast about for you, and I don't see you anywhere close by. I look for you. I don't see you close by. The only person who is close by is this one. And I have my father's head in my arms, and there's just hatred on my face. Pure anger at you. Because I saw you do this. You had the choice not to, but you did.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And I can't, I don't even recognize you anymore. You've dropped the mask of many faces. You're pure Sangolith. To me, you represent all that is evil. And I hiss to you.
Jesus Christ.
There's nothing but wrath on my face. And I say, fix it.
I don't say anything. Can I dispel the shards? Is that part of Tentacular Spectacular, or do they just do it as they will?
Recall the salmon tumbleweed.
It just enjoyed its own time.
It's
out there still
It's an
somewhere.
NPC.
Oh yeah.
It's an NPC now, but that isn't to say that it's not a physical material.
Yeah. God.
Oh, and I wanted to add another one quick thing while you think.
Yeah.
Is that Rosie, I examine this wound coming out of my dad, and I remember for a moment
the fact that Shadow could fix me, could fix Coriander, and I think that'll do it. But I reach out, but I don't have the power to do it. I try,
out.
but I just can't get there.
I don't have the power to do it. Wink.
I was like, no, this is a good thing because it costs 4 charges. I have 3, but that's perfect. Rosie,
But that's the situation. Well, yeah, it's basically it's like you also know where Shadow can go, and the vessel's full.
Right.
It's full of the adversary.
It wouldn't have stopped me from trying.
No, and that would be to your credit.
Yeah.
Do I think that?
What?
Nothing. Go ahead, please.
What?
No.
What?
All right, I'll say it. Do I think that this
No.
piercing spear would it be able to, like, would an Eldritch Blast break it? Would it take much to break it? It's
Yeah, I
brittle.
mean, you saw. Oh, yeah, it's easy peas.
Yeah, I wanna get it out of there.
I'll take it from here, if you'd be so kind.
Oh boy.
Now, on the deck, a new challenger enters. And it is Brahma, and at the same time, it is not Brahma. She is a vessel for something that she has been carrying. Like, the veil is, where she is, the veil is thin. And her connection is with an entity that has more reason than most to loathe the adversary Sangolith. Brahma's eyes are still closed, and her feet are not sullied by the ground. And a single note, carefully plucked from the war lute, creates a series of perfect precision cuts that flow through the crystal structure and cut it into baseball-sized diamond gems. The admiral collapses, panting in this pile, and Brahma kneels down over the admiral and says, "It will not take you." And she draws him up and brings the admiral with her up above, away from the decks, and toward the chandelier that has moved into range and into position, while the rest of these very close events were occurring. Thank you.
That's perfect.
Now you gotta like Brahma.
Perfect.
I was already warming up to it,
But now,
but now I gotta dislike this one.
That's perfect.
my wife.
Because what I was gonna do, may I?
No, and so Bug Ship's Sorrel Tomnook's beetles have begun to drop out of the chandelier.
About time. Sorry, what was it that you were
yeah.
gonna do?
Well, Brahma went, right?
Right.
Okay. Then in that case, what? Kathris goes to the rail closest to where Brahma took Erebus, and is shouting, "Brahma, finish the song. I'm no good to anyone. I don't want this anymore. What is the note? What is the rest of the song?"
God, it's too good. It's too good.
Yeah. What does Brahma do? I want to see this play out.
She looks to Walnut.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Walnut's been watching all this because obviously her wife came over and is like embodying Maleth right now.
Yeah.
Is that hot?
It's something.
It's up there.
I mean,
Dang
she's
cold.
rising in her.
She looks to Walnut because divinity has a different perspective on these things.
And Walnut looks at Cthulhu in the form that he's in and sees the shape that he's
Just
in.
drooping.
And
What would Walnut do?
Walnut,
It's not natural. It's not natural.
it's not natural. Walnut looks at Cthulhu, and every part of Walnut doesn't want her to do it, but like she looks inward and she is really considering like Maliki inside her, and like bolstered by that, she's really thinking that about this ancient evil that her people have faced, and like looking at what it did to Cthulhu, and it's like in that moment she like has that acceptance of is he even the person that he is supposed to be? And so she abandons her ship, uses the ring of jumping, jumps over to that deck, and she looks up at Brahma and she just nods once.
Holy shit.
Brahma nods to Walnut and to Maelike, who stands behind her, and her finger plucks the string, and Cthulhu, like a cloak, just falls to the deck.
Holy shit.
That's what you get for playing D&D with me.
Walnut
I'll learn
howls like a wolf, but she's herself.
Yeah, I think even as angry as Rosie was, that consequence was unexpected, and so she runs to this collapsed pile of Cthulhu, and starts like searching through the cloak for whatever is left.
Yeah, the breath is ragged. We will return to it.
After these messages.
No, I have to go to the bathroom. No,
Lantern beat up break.
no.
Let's ease some tension.
Well, no. Oh my God, back!
It's like the Street Fighter bonus stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like divine wrath is welling in Dinar.
Yes.
So there are, as I have suggested, to the left. I mean, there's a clear deck here, deck over here on the right, and one behind.
Yeah, so I wanted to go to one of the empty ones. I'm, like I said, tacitly aware that other stuff is going on, and it's not even Dinar's focus at the moment. He's solely focused on these lanterns. He's solely focused on reconnecting with his god.
This asset. I mean,
It's not so much losing as much as it is like being replaced. Also, it's like that's by something you didn't ask for. It's like double gross and
to
insulting.
be sure. But then the meta level, of course, is that's not an asset the adversary can have. Like,
Yeah, well,
that's even worse.
I mean, there's a.
It's already bad.
It's super selfish too. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
my thing back. So, if with the understanding that his allies are,
managing.
last thing he said was, "Hey, go get those lanterns." Saw commotion over here and was like, they've got it.
They got this.
Yeah, they've got my back. My good friends have my back. I surely won't be betrayed in all of this. And he'll jump to the one that's
So
on the right.
Yeah, just right, and then four, and then left. So you step over onto that deck, and 4 halflings just descend on you. They just give me an initiative roll. And let's see how this goes.
Okay, well, I mean, I still have my gross mockery of my spirit guardians going, right?
Yeah.
11.
All right, you go first.
Okay. So they descend. They just try to jump
Yeah,
me.
yeah. They try to
I'm not even going to focus on them. They are not part of the.
Like distraction.
They're not
Yeah.
a part of the math.
Not at all. So like, I'm going to identify the lantern, and I'm going to attack the lantern.
Absolutely. Let's see it.
And in a frenzy, he will bring out his greatsword and just swing on it. Maybe he never even let go after he smashed the first lantern.
He can't feel its weight,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah. 12. 12 on a stationary lantern.
Well, yeah, but it's as we've described. It's somewhat more than
So much more.
a lantern.
Yeah.
It's like the way that light would bend away.
Again, reindeer bonus.
Yeah,
Can't be ignored.
It's right there on the DM screen.
Exactly. Oh, the reindeer bonus this round is 4.
Nice.
Oh, you have 2
4
attacks
reindeer.
around though, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's swung again. Is that just a clear miss? And just
Yeah.
in his
Oh, no.
frenzy, he whiffs hard.
Exactly. Well,
right.
it isn't.
Skips off or something.
Yeah, yeah. It just bends away. It's the magnets.
Whoa! What do I keep this?
Normal.
Can I count that?
Threw it away.
Yeah, there we go. 20.
Okay, yeah. You cleave it left to right. And as this next one hits you, it strikes you with intense physicality. It is like a form of communication now between you and Vars Malus when this energy returns. And when the second wing unfurls, it slices the deck.
Nice.
So now Denar's wings.
No. So when you turn, so as you turn to face, I love these emotes, by the way. As you turn to face them, they're all stationary and like preparing to manage the onslaught of these whirling blades, and then a second later, they just fall to pieces.
Yeah. Because of the cut from the wing.
The wing.
Okay. They were never an issue to
math.
begin with in his mind, and now he's got wings. So he flies to the next boat. Internally, is he able to commune at all with Vars Malus?
It's hard to determine where Vars Malus ends and Dinar begins.
Okay. This is
It's a commingling.
This is an unfamiliar feeling.
You have felt it once.
Once, yeah, and he wasn't sure that it happened, and he's been questioning it.
No, he knows that it happened now.
Yes,
There's
that's
not
what I
a-
was going to say.
yeah.
Now it's confirmed. And in this newfound clarity and I guess understanding with what is going on, he has a renewed sense of purpose and goes extra hard. Less rage now, more like grit and proud determination to get the rest of his god back. And he goes to the next boat.
Absolutely.
With
So
his brilliant
yeah, exactly.
wings.
It's like
flapping angelically.
No one's paying attention to.
yeah. It's one. Yeah, exactly. It's one beat.
Hey guys,
It's one beat. If
everything
that.
good over there? Just 2 more to get. Thanks.
Here, just roll the attack for me on the way in.
Oh, okay.
In the box, please.
If that's at all
do
possible,
it?
Prince.
Oh, almost.
Close.
28.
Very good.
Yum.
Yeah.
He just obliterates the whole ship, lantern and all.
No, I mean, yeah, you land and just like on the backstroke from the sword, the lantern is cut in 2. And now the wings have increased in intensity and brightness.
And with that, I'll look. Now I will finally look over and see what's going on over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
In the last remaining lantern.
So there is gathered friends, and there is the lantern at the fore.
I will leap over wings. A go-go.
So as soon as you land,
I'm pawing through this pile that you would assume is Cthulhu, but I'm assuming I'm not feeling much. What am I finding?
It's grotesque. You have found him and did not know it.
Ugh. But he's breathing?
Yeah, it's like it just sounds like a respirator almost.
Wow. Okay. So I'm doing this and I'm finding like chunks of Cthulhu that are still somehow alive. And so the moment you land with this like victorious thump on the deck, it's just a scream. I look at you and I'm trying to ask you for help, but it's horror. It's pure horror on my face.
That's disgusting.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And it would be confusing, but
Yeah.
you would just...
But 75%
Where's the-
of your
yeah.
consciousness right now
Yeah.
can completely contain this idea in your head with ease.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good news.
Like this is well within the capability of Vars Malus.
Yes, but it's not 100.
It's true.
So
So you
we-
have to decide. What
Goes
is
for the
it?
lantern.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say, go ahead.
Yeah.
Get the full.
I'll get to
you would say that.
it when I get to it.
Oh my god.
Nut.
Yeah.
So Nut, you were saying that like Mailike is like behind
No, you
her.
can feel her. It's like you can feel her hand on your shoulder.
So I feel her hand on my shoulder, and it is like a weight
Oh, it's too much.
to her right now. She can't take it, and she goes to her knees, and she just like reaches into the cloak and just pulls out a piece of Cthulhu.
I assume that they are like connected.
Right.
It's like if you removed much of a skeleton from a person.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah, there's like a head and I'm imagining a
I
part
thought
of
there
a
were
torso.
so big gaps that they
Yeah,
had.
There
like,
are no.
super
It's
big
it's
gaps.
like a moth-eaten cloak.
Okay.
That's breathing.
Well, then I
That's
just
a
grab a
boy.
piece of it and I'm holding it, and I just look like I'm waiting for something to happen with it.
So, it's like. Tell me what happens with this. I mean, here is the lantern. You've already determined that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I just want you to tell me what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Just give it to us so that we can render the rest of the scene.
Well, I mean, he would be able to evaluate what's going on, but in this moment of the irony now being like this has been ever since he first channeled Vars Malus, he's been trying to channel him over and over and unable, and now in what was a moment of absolute despair, he's now got what he's been trying to do ever since then, and in this divine clarity, he assesses the scene, but 75 is not 100.
And also gods have a different perspective on these
Yeah.
things.
Exactly,
too,
but
right?
also there's also like a confidence that like, let me just get my lantern, and then I'll take care of this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to take care of it better when I'm 100. Is maybe how he's rationalizing it, because he's also very self-centered. But that's his mindset. So he lands amidst the chaos and goes towards Rosie and the pile of Cthulhu, and then past Rosie and the pile of Cthulhu for the lantern behind him,
Holy shit. dude.
glowing with angelic divine power. So Rosie's like, "Oh, thank God!"
Yeah,
It's
and then
like
it just goes on past.
steps over.
Rosie's jaw drops.
Yeah.
She looks at Walnut like,
I
what do we do?
I look at you and I say, "You have to kill him.
What?
You have to kill him."
Absolutely not.
That's the only way to save him. That's the only way we can get him a new body. You have to kill him.
New body? Why? Why does it have to be me? Why does it have to be me?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I love it. I love it. Now, what does Donaris Malus do?
In his absolute
Radiance.
radiance and
Cloaking.
glory, puts the sword back and gets to the lantern and pivots and swipes it with his tail
Nice.
to try to swipe it in half.
Dinar Blitzen.
About face.
Dinar Blitzen is obliterated.
Blup!
just perched on the end of this boat is the glittering dragon king Vars Malus.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, I can only do what I'm going to do one time. Who do I pick? Oh, boy. My 2 points.
I think at
wind
that
puppet?
exact moment, because Rosie has this moment with Walnut.
Yes.
And there's trust, and you're
Yes.
telling me that's the only way we can save him.
Yes.
And I don't know what you're talking about because I have very little magic to speak of, but I trust you. So at this exact moment that Vars Malus emerges and could have probably done something really cool,
Yes.
Rosie has what's left of Cthulhu's head, and she snaps his neck.
Oh, jeez.
That's
There
incredible.
was neck left. Yeah. I'm
Just-
trying to
just
figure out
enough.
what was left of
Just
them.
enough neck.
Oh, you have a diagram. Here,
yeah.
put it in the thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out. I don't think. Here, I'll just drop it in there.
Yeah,
So a lot of skull's gone.
right.
So if you look over here,
If you check out these zones, most of this had been
Yeah.
gems at this point.
But there's enough for me to snap your neck off.
Yeah, I'm
So-
saying the neck's there for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
not a lot of rib
Rosie's
cage.
screaming and
am
crying.
I Vars or are you Vars?
you're Vars Malus.
Okay.
See, you understand. I think that Vars Malus,
Yeah.
my read on Vars Malus, as your dungeon master, but also friend and co-conspirator in narrative,
Yeah.
I don't think Dinar Blitzen and Vars Malus are that dissimilar.
I don't. You know
I
what?
think that Vars Malus is kind of a dick.
I intentionally left Vars Malus
Exactly.
blank
Yeah.
because that was like one of the gaps to fill.
Here, so let's see. As Vars Malus is reconstituted, let's get a sense of what of the first thing that he sees in this plane. So what do you got, Nut? Because I know you got something.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but if he's going to do it, then my thing.
No, I want to see. I wanna see the
Collabo.
nut. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what your plan was.
Okay, so
I think I know
I was
what the
going to
plan
do
is.
that.
Walnut starts to do what she told them about this. It was a little bit ago when we first found out about Cthulhu. She told them that she knew this ritual, that she thought she could do it. And it would be a
shit.
way to re-substantiate Cthulhu should something happen.
Right.
And so...
Right. And we talked about the table that you would roll on.
Yes. Now you can roll on it, but you can also, they say that the DM can choose, which I think you should do because it'll be more poetic. If Walnut could pick, it would be 35 to 42, but you should just pick what you think is best.
Oh my god. Is this the standard table or the homebrew table?
It's the standard table.
Okay, all right.
Because the standard table is good if you're just picking.
Oh, I know exactly what it is that Walnut would pick then. That's pretty fucking great.
Obviously.
And I really hope that
But
Jerry
so
picks
while
it.
Jerry's picking, Walnut is, she's like, she's got this like leatherness that was once like her sibling, and she's like rubbing oils into it, and she's chanting over it, and she's just worrying over it, and she's holding Rosie's hand.
Yep, Rosie's got her hand super tight.
And what she's doing
Tears.
is she's trying to reincarnate.
Funny, Jerry.
So tickled.
She's trying to reincarnate Cthulhu. She's forming a new body for him, and she's calling his soul back from beyond into this new form.
Oh my god.
So, Ms. Dongrass,
Yes.
if you would be so kind as to interpret the percentile dice here.
Holy hell, for real?
What is it?
It's a dark elf. That's
Hell yeah.
incredible.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, it's the best game of all time.
How did that happen?
It shouldn't. It's like my triple 20. It shouldn't.
What? It's a table of 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's 100 percentile.
And there's only 3 points you can do to get dark elf. That is amazing.
You don't even have to change the art.
Change the name.
He got excited for a new form for a minute.
Well, there's another god. There's 3 gods here. I mean, just petition to one of them.
Yeah.
There is a new dark elf form. Whether his soul goes into it or not is up to his soul, I guess.
Wow. Okay, let's hear about
If the target's soul isn't free or willing to do so, the spell fails.
Oh,
So
shit.
his soul cannot go into the body if
This
he
is
wants.
the ultimate Cthulhu question.
So
Would he allow
okay.
himself to be
Oh no.
reincarnated?
Okay, listen,
what
listen,
Barnes
listen.
got?
Hold on, there's another offer on the table.
yeah, there's another offer on the table. So the glittering.
So Cthulhu's is like up, and then it's like, oh shit, I gotta, wait, what's...
Well, no, he's like, am I going to swipe right on this body?
yeah.
yeah.
So the glittering brilliance of Vars Malus just just sort of laughs. This is like, the
folly of mortals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You petty mortals. This can all be fixed so quickly. And he reaches down and revivifies your body, Cathris's body,
Okay.
and so he can bring it back to life.
Sure.
And then he heals it.
Oh.
So now you've got
So 6 of 1.
your old body or a new body.
The new body though is,
Yeah, I was gonna say, sell me on this new body. What's going on with
if
this
it's
other
walnut,
elf?
it would be a female, wouldn't it?
It's a girl.
Yeah, I go in. Yeah.
Yes.
If it was the first one, that's really the only choice.
Yeah.
Actually, here's the logic.
Okay.
Let's do it in character.
Please.
Okay.
let's bring it out.
So
Yeah.
we see these two bodies and we're just waiting
and
for
like
one
a
to
wisp, right?
Oh, like
Yeah,
the one
it's
that you can see him
like
choosing.
hovering
Oh my god.
between the two.
Yeah, yeah. And then after the moment of hesitation, you see it commit to the female dark elf. And
Of course he would choose that. Of
then-
course he would.
And then
What's science?
and then the consciousness, like I slowly wake, I assume. That's how it works. And I say to both of you, I say, like, thank you. You didn't abandon me. But I look over at the other form that's healed in my other body, and I look at Dinar. I put my hand on you. I say, I had to be sure. I had to be sure there was nothing left.
So, Dinar, Fars Malus, just looks concerned and just says, "Children, you did not make the correct choice here." And then he looks back at Cathris's body, and it moves. I don't know. I don't want to go too far DMing. You tell me. It starts moving.
what?
Fars Dalis can do this. This is not out of his.
Moving how?
Starts to convulse.
Like twitching?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Trying to hand this back to you,
Oh
man.
no! It's a babe. It's essentially it has no spirit,
Yeah.
right?
Or
God.
I was going more towards the patron.
Yeah.
It still has a patron god. The body still has a patron god.
That's true, yeah. So the Sangolith is still active inside of this thing?
Or it's still targeting him.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's
Yeah.
very. Yeah.
So it lurches up. I'll just keep going.
No, all
right.
I-
Go ahead.
If
Roll
it's
for
how-
initiative.
it. Go for
No.
it.
So it lurches up, but sits up in a very unnatural motion. And a lot of like herky jerky puppeteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just sits up. It doesn't do more than that.
I
But
turn to you.
Vars Malus gets between the three of you and it
Oh shit.
and just says, "Yeah, this was not a good move. You chose wrong." And he admonishes you, as only a god can to a fucking corporeal non-god.
Oh, it must be Tuesday.
And I hope you feel ultimate shame, because he brought back your carcass.
Not possible for me to feel shame.
Well, Rosie looks from Vars Malus down to this body and then back up to Vars Malus and says, "Well, if you're not going to destroy it, then we will."
I'm now.
This isn't for me to
You feel
destroy.
you feel a nudge. You feel a caress. I'm just like, my focus, please.
Oh my god. I take it out and I give it to you immediately. It is pristine.
I'm looking at this Cathris homunculus conjured thing. Do I feel any pity for it? Does it resemble? Like, it looks like me.
you.
It's
Only
me.
you. It's your body.
Only Cathris knows to what extent
sure.
she feels a connection to this
Yes.
entity.
But it's your revivified husk that has been restored or healed. However much. Now,
Assuming it's reanimated by this hated god of yours.
yeah, what you didn't put in it, someone else put in it.
Gosh, I don't want to offend. I hate to, like, give the gift back.
And Vars Malus is offended at the scene that's unfolding. Like, did this for you.
Did this.
This is your form, and now it's not. And it's not for me to destroy.
I'll happily destroy it.
Yeah.
But I want to know what's in there first.
Destroy it, Kithris. It can't live.
It stands up.
Oh my god.
I need more data. The problem was
No.
quick action was what caused this problem in the first place. I need more information.
It stands up and it raises its left hand,
Go DM.
and as though detecting the axis upon which the sanguinus rests.
Okay.
Oh, that's you're
So
giving me a.
Rosie looks at Walnut. It's like, all right, guess it's us then.
Oh, okay.
And she
yeah.
rolls initiative.
Yeah, same.
It's a 12.
All right.
I don't want to hurt Kithris. It's a 7.
Right.
Even just a scary
It's
ambulatory
10.
form.
20
Whoa!
Oh,
Well, he is a
versus-
god.
Yeah.
He is a god.
Wait, was that a nat 20?
No,
Yes.
this is actually really, really cool.
Yes, I'm
Because,
so glad.
No, because it means we get to give.
Yeah.
Here, put it
Right at the end.
It means we get to give away the Elderwood dice tray, which is it's brand new. Like it's not even a thing that you can get. It's only a thing you can get if someone rolls a natural 20.
It does come apart.
These are magnet.
And it's engraved
corners.
with Acq Inc.
No.
livery.
This is how it's stored.
Yeah.
In this bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, they're really powerful
Yeah.
magnets.
It just pops off like that.
Yeah.
It's totally sweet. All right, here.
travel
Varsimilis,
box.
Glittering Dragon King.
I don't know.
Yeah, you said it's not for you to destroy, so.
No, I mean,
You can also use that 20 to become Dinar Blitzen.
Why?
Yeah.
yeah, no.
That wouldn't be my first choice.
He set the scene. He did this as a gift to mortals. He has no affinity or knowledge of the three of you, but Dinar knows the three of you, so he did what was, in his godly interpretation, fixing everything.
Right.
And the fact that it didn't happen is kind of insulting. And also, if this thing is now inhabited by the Sangolith, and he just had a run-in on the godly plane with it, and doesn't want to deal with it. So yeah, he turns back into Dinar.
God.
So Dinar's there, shuddering and shivering, but not questioning.
Oh.
I was a
This time.
19. I was a 19.
He is very, very aware this time.
Okay.
And he just says,
Yeah.
"Thank you."
Nice.
Just shudder.
Just like clutches himself and says,
This is
"Thank
my
you."
real stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Ms. Draub, if you'd be so kind as to roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay, sure. I don't mind doing that. Let's take. I'm going to take an initiative on it, if I may.
Advantage.
Sorry. I'll take initiative on the roll. I rolled a 19. I go first. It's my roll.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
But I can
you can
re-roll this
What
one.
are they together?
That's true. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
A 3, a 1, and a 3 for the podcast.
Still a Kithris.
Yeah. And we made it to the other
God,
side.
It is him.
It is her.
She's still with us.
That's right.
Okay, I don't know anything about this person.
It's an 8 total.
Well, ugh.
Yeah, it's nothing.
No. It's important to that I know that if you're planning on casting a spell.
Oh, okay. That's what you want to know. Okay, I am going to cast a spell.
Marvelous. Tell me more.
I'm going to cast Banishment. Nice. Until we can figure out what to do with it.
Nice. That's
Hell
I was
yes.
gonna say, put that shit in your knife.
Yeah.
That's a good idea too. No, I don't want to let that Sangolith in there.
that's true.
Come get all my shit.
Oh, that's true,
When I
that's true, yeah.
cut my rib cage open and climb in again.
That's incredible.
Yeah, go ahead and try and beat a charisma 16.
Come on, Timora.
Is it the Acq Inc symbol?
I will go.
Fine, hon.
I'd let you re-roll it, but I already used it on this turn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ooh, but there's some
Well, if I had
confusing
4
text.
books, I would let
Yeah.
you roll it.
DM may have to parse this. You attempt to send one creature you can see within range to another plane of existence. If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demiplane. Right?
Yep.
If it's native to a different plane of existence, it returns to its home plane.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god. No.
Oh my god, no.
Now, how are you parsing that?
Oh my god.
Because it depends on who's in there or what's in there.
Who's home? Who
Yeah.
home?
Yeah. New home.
New, huh?
Gets banished until he's like laying.
Here, I'll tell you. Here's what I will tell you.
New Chris. Who dis?
Your mirror self is gone.
Oh, okay.
That's what I can tell you for sure.
Well, sure.
And-
Mirror self. That's his self. That's his body.
Indeed.
Old body.
The spare self.
Old body.
Shadow Council. May our labors please
my
you.
God.
We have played, beyond the bounds of an ordinary game.
Bananas!
Welcome to the C Team.
This is a show you can watch for free. For free.
Show is free.
It don't cost nothing.
The house is free!
So, as I have suggested in the past, it is our great pleasure to run this show for you. I'm so glad that you come along with us on these strange space journeys.
I'm sorry I killed you.
We're gonna. I might go to the bathroom again.
I'm
And then when we come back, then we're gonna do our table talk. We're gonna give away the rest of our stuff from Level Up. We're gonna talk about the game. I honestly can't wait
Get
for
drunk.
that face. Yeah, and then we're gonna go get drinks because it's somebody's birthday.
Not yet.
For no, two more weeks.
Not for 2 more weeks.
That's your birthday
But
today.
didn't you say? Oh, you're gonna be gone?
No.
I said in 2 weeks.
Oh, well,
Now let's do today.
you know what?
No, it's your birthday now. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday, Amy.
Oh, thanks.
I'm the dungeon master.
Happy birthday.
Bye,
I control the
everybody.
horizontal and the vertical. We're gonna go do that. We're gonna come back. Don't go nowhere.
Stay.